Welcome back. Today we're going to be unboxing, setting up and reviewing the new Reolink Atlas security camera. Now this is a battery powered camera, so you can use the solar panel. And let's just get straight into it and unbox it. We have two things to unbox, the solar panel here and also the camera itself. Before I do that, I've left links in the description which will have my affiliate link, which you can get an extra discount if you purchase off the Reolink website. So please use my affiliate link, it helps out a lot. Now, let's get straight into the solar panel, which this is the 6-watt version. I would recommend getting at least 6 watts because you just can't get enough power from any smaller version. So Reolink does have a 6-watt and a 12-watt. Thankfully, they were kind enough to send me both this solar panel and the device itself. And this is the, as you can see, it's a little bit larger than the previous 3-watt version. And you can see here it says, well, 5.8 watts, 6 volts. It connects via USB-C, which goes directly into the camera itself. So you can have it standing and then connect it here, just mount it onto the camera from the back in there and put that wherever you desire. Or you can wrap it around a certain position, although I'm not sure if this is the best way to go about it. Some screws and the adapter that goes from USB-C to micro USB if you have an older device that used to use micro USB. So that's the solar panel. It does have a very long, I believe, 4-meter cable as well, so you have space to put it far away from the camera. Now the camera itself, let's have a look inside. Very lean in terms of the width because it is a bullet camera. It's, what do we have in here? Here you have Reolink battery Wi-Fi security solutions, industry leading 4K solar tilt pen. It's just marketing. Then the really serious protected by Reolink sticker that you can put on your house should you desire. This looks like operational instructions. What's in the box? Mounting bracket strap, brackets, mounting plates, and just all these things that you might need, telling you how to, actually, let's go through this very briefly. Product overview, charging instructions, fully charge the battery before mounting the camera. Initial setup, complete the setup. It allows you to, wants you to download the Reolink app, which is very easy. Mount the bracket. Now you can also ceiling mount and wall mount. There's different ways to mount it. Then the strap. I've used a strap before and it's pretty decent because you can put it on a pole or a drain pipe and it's troubleshooting and some specs. So that's pretty much it. That's all we have in here. They're all inside. What do we have? This. Oh, I like how they put it all into one little box. Previously, it was just scattered. So this is your mount. Now, can I move this? Yep. So you can loosen it by the left and then that'll make it a lot looser. And then the right, wow, that is a very cool way to make it easy to loosen and tighten. Very nice. And then we have more screws. USB-C to USB-A cable, should you want to charge it inside, the strap, and this little thing, which I believe will go here. Screw that in, and then this strap will then go through it there between. You can strap it on a pole quite easily. And there is the Atlas. It does have a decent amount of Wi-Fi range, hence this, which helps out. It does have the floodlights if you want them at night. Underneath, we have a micro SD port and also the power button, and then USB-C, which will power it, and then the mount from behind. So it will be facing, if the mount is here, it kind of like a shotgun, well, they call it a bullet camera, but that's pretty much the first look. I'll say some of the specs now. It has 2K recording. It also has 540 days of battery life, which is a huge claim. absolutely huge claim. It also has 14 days of non-stop recording if you're using the pre-recording mode, but if you're continuous recording, it says it can last 8 days on a full charge. There are different recording modes, and basically it says, so the 540 days in motion sensor trigger mode, and that's based on 5 minutes of daily recording. Now it can rely solely on the solar panel. With the 6 watt, they say that 1 hour of direct sunlight is enough for pre-recording mode, and then 12 watts, it's just 45 minutes of recording. So pre-recording mode, it records 10 seconds before an event, which is great when you have those events that occur. It has color X night vision, and this just means that it's far more viewable at night. That's due to an f1.0 aperture lens and 1/1.8 inch sensor, as opposed to other cameras that are not as good, or they have f1.6 lenses, so it allows more light to be captured, and it says that there's no glare. There's dual band Wi-Fi 6, it's more stable, it has 2.4 and 5 gigahertz wider range, and WPA3 encryption. It has 512 gig SD card capacity, but you can also connect it to the Reolink Cloud or the Reolink Hub, and it is IP66, which is top of the line in terms of weatherproof and so on. But yeah, it can be integrated with your smart home. It has two-way audio. You can do time-lapse videos, multi-user playback. And what I love about Reolink is that once you buy the system, you put your SD card in, that's it. No subscription, which is one of the best things that they offer. So that is pretty much it. We've got the solar panel, we've got the camera. Now let's set it up. Now to set up is fairly straightforward. You just need to scan the QR code that is on the camera with your device on the Reolink app, and it should be added fairly quickly once you connect to Wi-Fi and such. But let's first turn it on. It's going to make some noises if it has any charge. Let's give it a second. All right, mine has no. Yep, there it is.
Welcome to Reolink.
Welcome.
Please install Reolink app and scan the QR code on the camera.
There you go. Oh, it's saying it in different languages. All right, I'm going to do that now. So first thing you do is select your network connection, choose your Wi-Fi, and then plug in your SD card, ideally a high or max endurance, just for longevity. Power it on. It will then connect to your phone. Once it is connected, it will initialize, create a password, anything you want it to be for the device, name the camera, and there's just some warnings, and that's pretty much it. I rushed through that quickly because it's pretty straightforward. Now we want to see what it looks like. It says that here is the device itself. It says check your field of view and signal strength. Looks pretty good to me. Wi-Fi is great as well. It says medium, but it could be high, and that's plenty. So we're done. Now we're going to look at some of the settings. In display, we can choose to flip vertically and horizontally. And yes, that is just me looking at the camera as I set this up, so don't mind that. What else can we do? We can look at the stream, which is the resolution, frame rate, bit rate, and the encoding format. I have chosen to put it on the highest frame rate for smoothness. And there's just two options, clear and fluent, that you have. What else? You can change the name, date, watermark, image settings. You can change the brightness, the anti-flicker. I put it on 60 Hertz. What else can you look at? Day and night. This is just your color modes for day and night, auto and manual. Then we have here, it says, got it, please drag and drop. You can have a privacy mask of certain area not to record. Sounds, you can, yes, obviously we want it to record audio. Light, this is taking its time to load. Status LED and spotlight auto. So I want it automatically to basically show the light, and status LED. Now that might be best to turn those off, but you can choose if you want them on or off. What else? The motion sensor, you can choose the sensitivity, how sensitive it is to motion when it does want to automatically record. Detection alarm, you can choose as well, sensitivity from 0 to 100, depending on if you want it to choose objects and the size. Now this is great. You can decide if you want objects smaller or bigger than, so then you can rule out like pets, for example, or cars in the distance. Really smart feature. You can do the same for vehicles, animals, other as well, which is really intuitive and really helpful if you want to decide to have different items there. Next, we have, what else do we have? Time lapse. You can time lapse if you do want to keep it on long term running in the background. File encryption, which I'll probably turn on later so that if the device is stolen, the files are safe or safer. Advanced, it's just illegal, login, lockout, and so on. But those are pretty much the settings. That is me waving at you again. And here you can trigger an audio alarm directly from the app, which just makes a noise. You don't need to hear that. And the light that is about to blind me, yep, that's pretty much it. It's at nighttime, it's really effective to have that. It lights up the spot really well, which you can't see so much here because we're in a room. You can change the quality from clear to fluent as we went through the settings before. You can record what it's looking at right now and it will save it right in there. You can also go horizontal, but I will turn it back so you can see exactly what I am doing. What else? Playback. Now, this is a great feature that allows you to essentially look at all the previous recordings, and those are from the motion sensor. It automatically records, and you can go back through the calendar, the exact time and date, and look at all the recordings that it has and play them, and even download them directly to your device, which is really nifty. As you can see, there's one right there. What else? You can talk through the camera as well. It basically, there is a bit of a lag, a couple seconds, but if there's a postie, you can just ask them to leave your parcel, for example. And this is night mode. This is not with the light. It just has really exceptional night vision, so you can see really well. I've just put a video so you can quickly have a look at what it looks like at night without the actual LED light on. Now, my final thoughts, I just have a video of me setting it up while I discuss my final thoughts. Overall, for what this camera offers, it is great value for money. I think one of the biggest benefits of this is that it has a large battery life, which is really effective in areas where there might not be as much sunlight. It comes with a solar panel that can charge it enough to provide enough power for a decent period of time. The detection alarm is great, as well as the motion sensor. It does pick up a lot of motion and records it really well and allows a larger storage capacity. It also, up to 512 gigs, but you can also expand to the Reolink hub, integrates with the cloud. It's super weatherproof, IP66, and has really good range for your Wi-Fi. So overall, this is a really great camera, super versatile and real value for money and without any subscription either. So let us know if you have any questions about it. Otherwise, please use our affiliate link if you're interested in buying it, and stay tuned for more videos.